Red Zone. Yeah, you're listening to Lyrical Red Zone. Lyrical Red Zone. Yeah, Lyrical Red Zone.
Welcome everyone. Welcome to another episode of Lyrical Red Zone. This is Lyrical Red Zone. We are here, and we have the absolute thrill, honor, and pleasure of talking to this young man. This young man gonna bring us up to speed as to what he's doing. He's doing some great things in and around the community by way of music. So we're gonna introduce him, give him an opportunity to introduce himself, and that while he's introducing himself, we're gonna come back. We're gonna have a conversation. We might even be able to bless you with a couple of videos. Might be able to play a couple of videos for you. So this is what we're going to do. So I'm going to turn to this young man. I'm going to turn to my left. And young man, tell us who you are and just a little brief history of you.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? My name is Daquan Hall. Everybody that knows me on my social media, they know me as the Most Highest Child. I'm representing Portsmouth, Virginia. That's where I'm coming from. And what I do is I do Christian hip-hop. I sing, I dance, I rap. Those who know me know I'm a man of many talents and many gifts, and they know I'm all about the gospel. That's what I'm about, baby.
Good deal, good deal. Hold on now. I heard you say you rap, you sing, you do all the other, man. You want, brother, you want a lot of hats, man. You want a lot of hats, man.
That's what they told me. They told me that, man, when I was since a kid. I've been that way since I was a kid. Man, many gifts. God has blessed me with tremendous gifts, and I've been doing my best to use them to the best of my ability. Okay. As everybody can see.
Yes, God has blessed me with tremendous gifts. We get live on YouTube as well, so I'm making sure I get everything out there. But listen, now let me ask you this question. If you had to pick one that you like the most. Singing, rapping, producing. Do you make beats and all that stuff too?
No, I don't make beats.
But if you had to pick between rapping and singing, what is more passionate for you?
That's a tough one. I actually started off singing. That's what I started off doing. You know, when I was in high school, I was singing and all this, but I was actually told when I first started rapping that I was horrible. I was told that I was horrible when I first started rapping, but that's because I was rapping for the world and I was trying to, rap about stuff that I wasn't really living. Yeah, capping.
Exactly. Come on now.
But when I really started to practice rapping, art styles, listening to different genres of hip hop, listening to different artists in hip hop, it gave me an idea of what sound I wanted, and then I looked to those artists and picked certain styles from them, and then incorporated my own style in hip hop, and just incorporated that into Christian hip hop. Because if I can rap for the world, I could do the same thing for God.
Okay, let me ask you this question, because when I talk to a lot of people that's in the music industry, when I talk to people that does music, I like to ask them who are some of their influences. Now, who are some of the people that you drew from to give you the style that you have today? Who are some of the people that you listen to? And if I go to your car right now and I say, man, look here, play me your 3 favorite artists of all time, who would those 3 artists be?
Okay. Wow. When I first started listening to hip hop, I was in the first grade. I was in the first grade when I first started listening to hip hop. Okay. And what started me on hip hop was lady, we all know her by MC Lyte.
Come on.
That's what started me. That's what started me. Hip hop was MC Lyte.
Man, what you know about Lyte?
Man, listen, my mom had this movie. My mom had this movie called Love and Basketball. Okay. And in Love and Basketball, there's a scene where she moves from a kid to playing basketball and in high school. Yeah. And I hear this. Do you understand the metaphoric phrase as light as a rock? It's explaining how heavy the young lady. And when I heard that, I was like, yo, who is that? It's not until I got older, until I realized, like, that's who was singing that was MC Lyte. So that's one. That's who started me on hip hop. Another person that I really liked growing up listening to was Nas. I liked listening to Nas when I was growing up. And another person that I like listening to poetically is Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
Lauryn Hill. Those are the three that really give me like my creative. There's more, but if I had to pick the top three, those would be it.
Okay. Now hold on. You hurt my feelings a little bit, man. You hurt my feelings a little bit. Now I like the ones that you named. The ones as a matter of fact, you named some greats. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. You didn't say my main man.
Here we go.
You didn't say my main man. Now who you thinking the main? Who you think that would be?
Oh, Pac?
Nah. Pac is good, but nah. Lyrically, I'm gonna tell you something. This one person right here, the one I'm gonna say to you right now, this individual, man. Most rappers, Pac, LL, Ice Cube, Biggie, all of them said that he's the greatest of all times. Now, who do you think I'm talking about?
He is the greatest of all time.
Who do you think I'm talking about? Come on now.
Okay, he is the greatest of all time.
I'll give you a clue. I'm gonna pull one of his lines. I'm gonna pull a line from his music, and I'm gonna say it to you. And if you know this song, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. He said something like this. He said, "I take 7 MCs, put them in a line, and add 7 more brothers who think they can rhyme, and it'll take 7 more. It'll take 7 more before I go for mine." Now there's 21 MCs ate up at the same time. Come on, man. Who was that? Who was that?
Are you talking about Big Daddy?
Nah, come on, man. Nah. No. This kid here, man. This is the one, man. Him and Big Daddy, the one you talk, Big Daddy, he was supposed to go into have a rap battle with this dude, but I think Big Daddy Kane was afraid of him.
Oh wow, I don't.
I'm gonna give you another line. I'm gonna give you another. See, you killing me right now, man. You're killing me. Listen, this one right here. This another line of one of his songs. This actually is one of my favorite songs right here by this gentleman. He say dig my never dug me. Couldn't follow the leader long enough, so I drug him. It's a danger zone. You should arrange your zones. Face to face, 2 step back, the change of tones. Come on now, who was that? I got you on camera by yourself. Who was that?
I want to say Rakim.
Man, come on, boy.
I got Rakim.
Come on.
That's who it has to be.
Man, yeah.
Rakim. I knew it.
Man, look here.
It was a little embarrassing. It took me a while.
No, that to me, and everybody got their own preference. Everybody got like I said, some people like different flavors of ice cream, whatever it is. Everybody got their own thing. Yeah. But to me, man, that's one of the greatest lyricists of all time. The way he put it together and the metaphors that he threw out there and put it all together. Right. Man, come on, man. Yeah. But let's get back to the man of the hour, brother. Talk to him about you. What are some of the if you could work with anybody, living or dead, right now in the industry, who would you want to work with?
Wow. Ty Tribbett.
Wow.
I would love because Ty Tribbett, it's 2 actually. Eshon Burgundy is one that a lot of people listen to. I don't know if I tell people to look up Eshon Burgundy.
Yeah.
And because I feel like he's very slept on.
Okay.
Like I feel like he's very slept on. But Eshon Burgundy, when I was going through my toughest battles, I remember his album. It was 2 albums that I listened to him by. It was For God's Sake. It was one of his albums, and the Fear of God.
Okay.
Was the other album, and when I listened to it, it spoke to my life. I would love to work with Eshon Burgundy.
Okay.
Even when I post stuff on my Instagram page, I tag him in it because I want to work with him and see how much of an inspiration he is to me in Christian hip hop. And Ty Tribbett, that song, oh my gosh!
The one I played the other day for you.
Work it out. Oh yeah. My gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yes, sir.
Work
yes,
it
sir.
Out. Man, when I hear that. And Ty Tribbett just not too long ago just posted a video talking about the industry, as a matter of fact. And that's another thing that would make me want to work with him because he's very in tune with God, very spiritual with God, and he stands on faith and he stands on his truth.
Yeah.
He stands on God's truth and he doesn't fold. He doesn't break from it. Eshon Burgundy does the same thing.
I need to ask you a question, man. Ty, where do you get all that energy from, brother? Cause that man, he never. By the time that joke, man, he never sits still, man.
Man, I'm telling you, Ty Tribbett is on a totally different level of energy, and that energy, he gets that all from God, man. He gets that type of energy he gets from God.
Yeah,
and it's just when you're passionate about something, when you're passionate about God, when you get excited and you think about what God has done for you in your life, you can't sit still.
Yeah.
You can't just he turned it. You can't sit there. You gotta
you gotta do it with him, huh? Yeah.
Come
on now.
You gotta do your dance, man. You gotta turn up, man.
Yes, sir.
When it's time, when it's about, when you think about all the stuff that you have gone through in your life.
Yes, sir.
If you don't feel it, the people that you're ministering to, they're not going to feel it.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, okay, what God is he talking about? You want people, when they're listening to your music, to relate to what you're talking about and be able to understand it and want to know about the God it is that you're talking about.
Now, that's good. I'm glad you said it. Now, how do you connect all those dots together? When you're out there doing your thing, man, how do you connect all those dots?
Me, when I'm writing music, I go into my room by myself, and it's just me, the instrumental that I'm listening to, and I just write a whole bunch of words on the paper.
Okay.
And I just go through words and just pick which words I want, seeing which words work, which ones don't. Because sometimes I try to do too much in rhymes, and then sometimes I feel like I'm doing not enough. But sometimes I'll go days and days and days and days until I finally get something that I know when I give it to the people, when I finally post it, I want people to say, wow.
How do you know? How do you know when it's right?
Okay. I know when it's right when before I write or before I record it, I pray to God and I say, God, help me with this. It's going to take me a few takes. But there's a feeling that comes over me, or there's a feeling that goes through the course of my body that allows me to feel the music, because I have to be one with the music.
Or I write, or God, and the music becomes one with me.
It's going to take a few takes. Go and do it.
Okay.
Like, that's just how it works with me.
When you get it right, and you know that it's right, and you go in, you write it, you arrange it, you produce it, you master it, and do all the things that you have to do to make it, get it to that point, and you listen to it. How does that feel to you to know that you went through that process and you did it the right way?
Ooh.
Come on.
There's actually been plenty of times that I have written songs and I had to stop because it got a little too real for me. I would start crying at my own lyrics. I would start crying literally at my own lyrics because it's something that's personal to me and stuff that I've gone through. And I know basically when I things and people listen to them, I want them, I basically say what people are afraid to say.
Okay.
That's how I write my music. And when I know it's right, I know it's going to be right because I'm saying all the things that people think and they feel, but they don't feel confident enough to say it. Okay. And then when I say it, everybody's like, "Oh, that was fire."
Yeah.
Like that's me.
Okay. Do you still love it?
I love hip hop. I love what I do. I love what I do for God because I don't do this for me. I don't do it for a check. I don't do it for fame. I don't do it for people to be like, "Oh, I don't do it for that." Yeah. If someone, just one person can get saved from listening to my music, it was all worth it.
Let me ask you this question, and I really want to hear your heart on this right here. You're out in the park one day. You're out in the park, and you're hanging out, and the park is packed. And a little boy come up to you, 5, 6, 7 years old, little good kid.
Okay.
And he said, "I heard your song,
yeah,
and it made me love the Lord. I heard your song, and it made me love the Lord. And I asked my mama, who is God? And I became saved at that time. What would that do for you?"
Wow. The first thing I would do is give honor to God because I'm humble when it comes to things like that. It wasn't of me. God just in that moment, the gift that he has put inside of me, I was able to minister to somebody else the very thing that they needed at that time. And if a little boy comes to me and says that I got saved from listening to you, I heard one of your songs and I know God now because of that, that was a seed that was planted.
Come on.
God used me in that particular moment to minister to someone. Now, that child has that for the rest of their life, and they can now, because they have an understanding of God, they can now, when they grow up, pass that blessing on to someone else. I will give all honor to God, that because it has nothing to do with me.
But and that's good. That's good. But my thing is right here. To know that he used you in that way. To know that God used you to reach this little child. And you planted the seed in him that he's going to hopefully hold on to the rest of his life. And his children is going to reap the benefit of the seed that God used you to plant in this young kid at that young age. Brother, it gotta be that man. Come on, talk to me.
Man, it'll actually make me go harder. It'll actually make me go harder. Because if my music that I'm writing and it allows it's easy enough for a little kid to understand.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't feel like there's no excuse for anybody else.
Come on.
I don't feel like there's any. If a little kid can understand it and say, "Oh, I know God," or "I want to know God," or through you talked about repentance and forgiveness and what Jesus did on the cross in your lyrics, but you didn't make it so complicated where I couldn't understand it. But now I understand it, and I got saved, and I now know God. Man, that's gonna make me want to go twice as hard.
Yeah. Come on.
That's gonna make me want to go twice as hard. I mean, I'm probably good. Man, I got books up to here of songs I haven't even put down in the studio yet.
Wow.
Like this much. I like it's so much, but when it's time for me to release those, I'll release them. That's just the thing. I'm definitely gonna go like 100, 3,000%.
Yeah. That's good. I'm gonna ask you a very obvious question because sitting here talking to you, and we met about a week or so ago, and hey, man, this man on live TV sitting here looking at this. This man on live TV sitting here look at it, man, look at it. But listen, we met a couple of weeks ago, and I know I know the answer to this question already, but I'm gonna ask the question anyway. And this question is not for me because, like I said, I do know the answer. How much do you love the Lord?
Without question. I can't put a limit on it. I can't say, "Oh, I love the Lord this much," or "I love the Lord this much." All the stuff that God has done for me, I can't not love Him. I can't. It wouldn't be right. Like all the stuff that God has done for me, all the things that God has taken me through, the tests, the trials, the tribulations, all of the stuff that I have gone through, and all the things that God has blessed me with, even the blessings that I don't expect. As a matter of fact, I don't really expect anything. A lot of times I don't really expect anything, but I can't really put like I love God here. And that's all it's ever going to be. There are some days where I get a little discouraged sometimes, and God is there to remind me, like, son, I'm never going to leave you or forsake you. Like I've always been here, and I'm always going to be here. You know, so I can't put a limit. I can't put a limit on that. I know I love God.
There you go. And that's what's important. Okay, we got a little issue going on with camera one. Got a little issue going on with camera one. We're gonna work through that. But while we're working through that, I want to play one of your songs. So I'm trying to get that queued up real quickly so we can go ahead on and tell us a little bit about this song that we're about to play.
Okay, this song that we're about to play right now is actually an instrumental from Joyner Lucas's song he dedicated to Will Smith. If a lot of people know Joyner Lucas, he recently did a song about Will Smith and saying how much he appreciated Will Smith because Will Smith helped him make it through when he was a child and he didn't have anything. So I heard the instrumental and I heard the beat and I said the title of the song is called Will. Now I thought, okay, what is God's will for our life. Because I always try to find a way. God always gives me like a door, like to say, okay, son, this is it.
Yeah.
So when that happened, I listened to the instrumental. I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And then I started writing. And then it's like, oh no, that sucks. I don't want that. No, that's garbage. That's trash. But then it hit me. I said, okay. The way how he rapped in the song, I can incorporate some of that, but still put my own flow. So when I did this, it took me so many takes, but but I finally got it. That's the question you were asking me earlier. How do I know when it's right?
Exactly.
Because I worked on it and just kept working on my craft. But go on. So that's
we got to keep this man off this Instagram.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But yeah, the song that we're playing right now is just it's a freestyle that I did to Joyner Lucas's Will, and I titled it Will. I titled it God's Will. That's what I titled it.
Let's listen to it.
Listen, a lot of us claim to know Christ, but our attitude shows something different. We hard-headed and we stiff-necked and we full of sin and we go. He give instructions to make a left, we turn around and we make a right. He said the wages of sin is death. We taking off on the first flight, claiming that we got favor. When we got tested and tried, we get like Peter, don't want to deny. Running for cover, the devil can go high. But when he comes back, it's gonna be a surprise for some. I'll tell you why. Because when we had a chance to give him praise, we set up our idols and followed our pride. It's all about I. The devil got secrets and weapons. Don't want you to make it to heaven. Want to see it fall 9/11. But if we submit ourselves to the Lord, he promised to give us correction. And then with correction, here comes direction. Followed by blessings. This is the message. Why are you stressing? He got the whole world in his hands. He proved that to you way back on the cross when they put the nails in his hands. And one in his foot, crown of thorns on his head, pierced his side and he bled. Gave up his life instead, brought you back from the dead so you can eventually go spread the word of truth and keeping it real. They want me to rap about money, clothes, and automobiles. But listen, I hope we look up to God instead of fiending for the thrills and skinning his word and let go of the pills or serving to God, just keeping it real. Peace.
Bruh. Talk to us, man. Talk to us. Tell us. Talk to us, brother.
When I made that song, like I said before, God gave me an opportunity to do that because there's a lot of things that's been going on in my chest. Like a lot of stuff that's been going on in the inside of me and that I feel like the world should know. And under no circumstances do I want anybody to feel like this was like a Joyner Lucas diss or I'm using his beat to say like, oh, he's talking about garbage. No, it's none of that. It's a lot of the instrumentals that I hear in modern day hip hop, I like. I like the beats, and I use those, almost like a mixtape.
Yeah.
Just take those, and then you can rhyme to them. So what is God's will for our life? God's will for our lives is, it's not to perish. He said that he reckons that he doesn't want any of us to perish, but all sinners to come to repentance, because he didn't come to destroy the world, but he came to save it.
Yeah,
that was the Lord's whole mission and his purpose on why he came down here. So I just explained in the song, I was explaining certain things. Like a lot of times we get caught up in ourselves. A lot of times we get caught up in the cars, the materialistic, the money, the fame, the everybody calling my name, the girls, the oohs, the ahs,
the unimportance.
Yeah, basically all the stuff that's temporary. And sometimes we get, but for the ones that are saved, do get into that light. This song was for the saved and unsaved. For the ones who don't know Christ, to want to and get a relationship with him, and the ones that have a relationship with him and that have lived in that lifestyle too, they can come back, ask for forgiveness and different things of that nature. Now, when I did it for both parties, because I want everyone to have a equal opportunity to get it right with the Lord.
There you go.
That was my whole mission. That was my whole mission with that, and God granted me the opportunity to be able to do it, and that's why I titled it God's Will. That's his will, because his will for our life is to be saved, and and to be in heaven with him eternal, and not focus on the unimportant. Not saying that those things are not saying that we can't enjoy the cars, the money, and in different things, the stuff that you like. Yeah, of course, you can enjoy those things, but when those things become more important than the one that created man to make those things, that's when it becomes an issue. That's what he has a problem with. So that's why
So basically, what I'm hearing you say is, you want most people to concentrate on the source and not the resources that the source can provide.
Good. Worry about your outcome and not your income.
Yeah. Good deal. Good deal. So tell us a little bit about you, young man. And for the people that's just tuning in, because we got a lot of people that's tuning in right now. For the people that's just tuning in, tell us again, tell us your name and tell us a little bit about yourself so we can get them up to speed. Okay.
My name is Daquan Hall. And like I said before, the ones that know me on social media, they know me as Most High's Child. And the reason why I titled my name Most High's Child is because I am a child of the King. I am a child of God. Now, I'm gonna tell you, just I'm gonna be brief. It's nothing.
Nah, go deep, brother.
Okay.
Pull back the layers, brother. Tell them.
Okay, I was born in Virginia. I was born in Portsmouth, Virginia, Newport News, and my mom, who retired, I think maybe 4 years ago, retired from the U.S. Army, and it's been a struggle. We going to and fro. You can't sit still because she got orders to move, and then we get settled, and then we gotta move again, and then we get settled, and then we gotta move again. So but even though it was a burden, it was also a blessing because I got to see a lot of things like Germany, Italy, France. I got to see different monuments. I got to see different memorials and all types of stuff. A lot of things that a lot of people haven't been out of Georgia.
Yeah.
A lot of people haven't been out of their own state. But I was fortunate and blessed enough to be able to travel the world and see those things. I have been dancing since I was in my mother's womb. My mom said she used to dance like she wasn't even pregnant with me.
You causing all kind of problems. I'm just trying to carry you. You causing all them problems. Go ahead, brother.
My mom said she used to dance like she was pregnant with me, but I started singing at an early age. Started singing, can't remember the age, so don't get me lying on here. I don't know when I started singing, but I started singing at an early age. I was in a dance group when I was in the 8th grade. When I got to 8th grade, I was in this dance group called Sukiyaki. It's Japanese for noodle soup. Sukiyaki.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We was pop locking and
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
But and then I started to teenager. I
rebel.
Yeah, that's when it started for me. I think it started around the age of 14. Didn't really see too much of my father, not trying to badmouth him or anything. My dad is a great dad. My real father, he's a great dad. Whatever. But I didn't get to see much of him growing up. Him and my mom, circumstances broke them apart, but that's okay.
Life happens sometimes.
Yep, and it made me who I am. It made me who I am today, but I didn't have any guidance. I didn't have any guidance growing up. And the ones that did wanted to guide me, the females that I had in my life, I would push them away because I was always looking for, that father, that father figure. I wanted that father.
I wanted to fill that void,
And so I started. I was very geeky as a kid, very nerdy, very geeky, very unpopular. I didn't have any friends. I was a loner growing up. So what happened was I just got finished explaining this to my best friend. I told her that when I was growing up, because I wanted to fit in with the popular kids so bad, an opportunity came for me to play that role.
Okay.
And when I began to grow up, I played the role so well, I began to think that
you believed it.
The role that I was playing was actually me.
Yeah.
I was the tough guy. I was in the streets. I was in the gangs. I was smoking, I was drinking, I was doing all types of stuff, you name it. I'm not trying to, glorify it or whatever. But,
just telling the truth.
I'm keeping it real. I started to play that character, but I began to play the character a little too well because a lot of the people that are around me, they were like, dude, we don't even recognize you anymore.
Yeah.
That's not you. Like,
So
around 2015, I got caught up in the streets.
Okay.
Could have got me a charge for verbal abuse. I threatened somebody, and it landed me in jail for a little bit.
Okay.
Thankfully, it got expunged from my record or whatever. But
good.
Then around 2016, I ran into my pastor. I ran into my pastor that I know now.
Okay.
And he is taking me under his wing as his son. He calls me his son. I call him my dad. That's when I say dad. When I say dad, I'm mentioning him. He's not my real father, but blood couldn't make us any closer.
Yeah.
So, and he has trained me. When I first came to the church, my pants were sagging. I had 2 big old rocks in my ear, wild, crazy hair, pants sagging, flag out my back pocket. Thought I was cool, thought I was hip. And he talked to me. He pulled me to the side, and then a couple years later, God ordained me as a deacon.
Praise God. Yes, sir.
And I changed my life around. I gave my life to the Lord. I gave my life to the Lord in 2018, June 3rd, 2018. I gave my life to the Lord.
Yeah, new birthday.
Yep, new birthday. I gave my life to the Lord. June 3rd, 2018, at the altar, God called me up there and He gave me an opportunity to choose Him. And
I'm gonna ask. Hold on, I'm asking a question, y'all. I want to look into the camera. This camera here. Okay, I'm looking into this camera here. Were you bawling out? Were you crying when He called you, man, and He accepted you in? How did that feel to you, young man?
Man, I'll never forget it. I'll never forget that day. I was going through a tough time. This is like around the time I had a really, 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 really bad addiction to women and stuff. Just like running the streets like a nasty rover. And I didn't always play safe.
Yeah.
But God's grace kept me through all of that, and He allowed me an opportunity. And when I came to the altar, my pastor put his hands over my head. And I'll never forget the words he said to me. He said, God said, no more games, no more shows.
Yeah.
This is serious. He told me to put my hands in the air, and when I put my hands in the air, that day changed my life. I began to speak in tongues. I'll never forget that day. I began to speak in tongues, and I went back to my seat. And then there were other people that needed prayer. So now I begin to think. I'm like, oh wow, I feel powerful.
Yeah,
I can pray over these people now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
instantly,
instantly. That's how I felt so powerful. And when I was praying over people, while the men were praying, and I placed my hand on this young man, I began to weep and didn't know why I was weeping. But I began to cry for him, and I could feel the difference on the inside of me. And from that day forward, I just been writing music for God and taking it serious.
Yeah. That's a lot, man, and I'm gonna tell you something. It's a beautiful thing. I love to hearing the story of how God steps in. And what would you say to the people out there, brother? And there's a preacher in you too now.
Yeah.
There's a preacher in you. There's a preacher in you. I'm just telling you. So what do you say to the people out there, man, that think they've done too much? They've gone too far. And they know that, or they feel as though there's no way at all God could use them. There's no way God could use them because they've done too much. What do you say to that young man or that young woman? That's who you used to be. You used to be that person. Yeah. So now that you walk that walk and God has transformed you and stepped into your life, what do you say to these young men and young women that are the age that where you were at that age, that think they've done too much?
Oh, the first thing I would say to you guys is that if you in your mindset are thinking that you've done too much sin in your life, or you've done too much dirt in your life for God to transform you, that is clear evidence that God wants to do something in your life, because you're thinking that you've done too much. You're thinking that, oh, God is never going to forgive me for the things that I've done too much. That's just...
Is that, I don't mean to cut you off, but let me ask you this. Is that the enemy trying to trick him?
That's exactly what that is. That's exactly what that is. The enemy is trying to... See, this is what people don't understand about sin. And I'm trying to get off topic, but people don't understand what sin does. Sin from the beginning has done what sin has done, and that's to separate us from God.
Yeah.
That's sin's purpose. That's its only job. That's its only mission. Sin separates us from God.
Come on.
Now,
preach.
And when sin separates us from God, because now you have been separated from God, and you're in this sin, you're in this bondage, you're in this sin, the only thing that is going to happen in your life or around your life, anything that happens is always going to make you feel like you're in bondage. Even though God is telling you, you can come back to me. God is telling you, you can come back. You haven't fallen too far from my grace. You haven't fallen too far from my love. You can come back to me. I still love you.
Yes.
But what sin does is it separates us from God, and the only thing that the enemy is trying to do is keep blinders on us, to not see what God is really trying to do in the spiritual. God is trying to, and that's the whole purpose on why Jesus Christ came. That was his purpose. To change what was once flipped.
Exactly.
Sin separated us from God. Jesus Christ came to reunite us to God, to the Father. And it's through believing in him and having faith in him that when you receive what was done for you, just make it simple.
Yeah.
Imagine you being in, because I know a lot of people feel this way. You guys feel that you can't. Okay, there are a lot of people, I'll give it to you simple. You're in prison for a crime you've committed. That's the sin that you've done. You're in prison for a crime that you've committed. And the only punishment for that, you're worthy of death. That's it. Right? Then somebody who you don't even know, but knows you, comes to your cell, and the warden knocks on your cell and says, hey, you're free to go. And this guy steps into the cell. You get to go free, and the warden closes the cell and sits the guy you don't even know on your bed and takes your place.
That's good.
That is what Jesus did. He allowed you to go free and took the punishment, the wrath of God for something that he didn't even do. He didn't even do. But because of his love, because of his grace, and because of his mercy, it allows us that second chance at eternal life. And that's the whole reason why.
That's good.
But that's the only thing Satan wants to do. Satan wants us to believe that we've fallen too far from grace. And that's not true.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you something. I tell people this all the time, and people laugh when I say it, and some people, take it seriously. I tell them to try God sincerely with your whole heart for 6 months. Try him wholeheartedly. Give me everything you got for 6 months. Give it to him for 6 months. And if for whatever reason at the end of that 6 months you decide that it's not for you, I promise you the devil will take you back. He'll take you back. But see, if you give God your whole heart for 6 months, you ain't gonna never want to go nowhere else.
Right.
You ain't gonna want to go nowhere else.
Exactly.
You're gonna be right where you know you need to be.
Exactly.
And so there's no way in this world that you will ever want to go back to what you used to do. There's no way.
There's no way. There's no way.
No.
Exactly.
So try for 6 months wholeheartedly, and everybody try for 6 months wholeheartedly. Give him everything you got for 6 months.
Yep.
And then at the end of that 6 months, give us a call and open up the phone line, 678-381-1973. 678-381-1973. The phone lines are open. We actually going to play this second song. We're going to shoot the second song, man. I want you to introduce the song. But while that song is playing, if anybody want to call in and say hello, young man, powerful young man, 678-381-1973. Give us a call. Introduce the song for us.
Okay. The next song that is about to be played is called "For Your Glory," and with this song, I'm with one of my homeboys, and he's from Australia. Well, excuse me, he's from New York, but he lives in Australia now with his wife and his beautiful family. And I met him through Instagram because he's seen my work. He's seen my work on Instagram, and he introduced me to a song that he wanted me to hop on, and things got shaky and we couldn't do it. Okay. So he gave me another opportunity and told me the steps I need to take in order to do it. And we finally made it. And this song is called "For Your Glory."
For Your Glory.
For your glory.
Let's give it a listen.
Isaiah 40, verse 5. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. For the mouth of the Lord has spoken it. By the will of my Father, by the will of my Father, He coming soon, so we go hard. The offer is good, we give Him the blood. In Christ He is able, only one to save you. That's why I say thank you. God, use me for Your glory, 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 glory. God, use me for Your glory, 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 glory. God, use me for Your glory. Use me for Your glory. Always go before me. I know You will show me. You will give me life for me. Way true for the life. All authority in Christ. You give me eternal life. Use me till the day I die. I could be stuck in the wilderness, stuck in the sin that I'm dealing with. If You calling me, then I'm hearing it. All for His will, thought they got God with the kill. But God came back to the real, God on the real. When You all turn to the cross, it's like your dog for real. I won't make myself believe I don't need God. You rose up from the grave to defeat me. I need You, God. I need You, God. Use me for Your glory. God, use me for Your glory. Glory. Glory, 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 glory. God, use me for Your glory. Glory, 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 glory. God, use me for Your glory. Use me for Your glory. Always go before me. I know You will show me. You will give life for me. Way true for the life. All authority in Christ. You give me eternal life. Use me till the day I die. Just use me, Lord. I'm tired of facades, the fakes, the gimmicks, the devil's schemes, just full of lies. See, I'm a man of God, and I know the truth. You gave Your life to save souls, and I'm the living proof. Lord, use me in the room. Lord, use me on the roof. You bless my mother's womb. Lord, use me for the youth. Without You, I'm a castle without a king, like winter with no spring. Lord, I give You my everything. Use me for Your glory, 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 glory. God, use me for Your glory, 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 glory. God, use me for Your glory. Use me for Your glory. Always go before me. I know You will show me. You will be life for me. Way true for the life. All authority in Christ. You give me eternal life. Use me till the day I die. From now till the day that I die and beyond. Use me for Your glory, Lord.
Man, I'm loving that, man.
Yeah,
I'm loving that.
That song was actually really emotional for me.
I saw you crying over there, man.
Yeah.
I saw you crying. Boo-hoo, and I was like, man, look at me. Man, I come in the studio crying, man. What do I do that?
That's what God will do to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. When we wrote that song, and He gave me the opportunity, He said, "Yo, man. Actually, it was a song that we did before that. It was called Grace on Me. That was the second opportunity. Not this one. This wasn't the second opportunity.
Okay.
The second opportunity he gave me was Grace on Me, and it was me, him, K Vessel. That's his name for Instagram. K Vessel Music, and Gil on Instagram as well too. And we all hopped on. It was like a gospel cipher. We all hopped on a track together called Grace on Me, and we all spit about God's grace. And then I was at the church plucking up weeds, and I listened to instrumentals every single day because I always want to make new stuff. And when I heard this, when I heard that beat, God just began to give me something for that track. And as I began, I was like, God, use me for your glory. And I played with it for a little bit, and I got so excited. I went home. I was like, "Hey, bro, I got something." And I sent him the link. I said, "Look, let's do this. Let's do this song because this sounds dope. Like it sounds dope." He said, "All right, send me your vocals, and I'll attach it to the beat, and then we'll go from there." And then before long, oh my goodness, man, we went through so much with this song. Like his stuff. The computer crashed.
Wow.
Everything. But I'm gonna tell you how good God is.
Come on.
I'm gonna tell you how good God is. We kept going back and forth. He'll be like, "Oh, no, I don't like how I sound." And then I'll send him, he'll be like, "Oh no, your voice is too low. I'm gonna need you to pick the tone up." So we're going through back and forth. Now, mind you, I say he lives in Australia. He lives all the way in Australia. I live in Decatur, Georgia. That's where we live. But this is how good God is. All of his, because he had did so many copies and sent them to my email, all of his stuff on his computer just went,
wow.
But God saved one. One copy. One copy that we could use that was all that wasn't I wouldn't say mastered. It was mastered, but we could still tweak and do some things with it. And that's how we were able to get this song posted. Man, and that's why it's so personal for me. So when I say God used me for your glory, and he did just that. That's crazy, man.
Now, who shot the video?
He has family in Australia. I do believe his son. His son shot his clip. His son shot his clip where he was, and his son is a genius. With the camera. I mean, I was like, wow, this is amazing. The way how I was like, your son did that? I don't know how old his son is, but his son did an amazing job.
Yes, he did. I'm loving it.
And my little sister, she did my clip. She did my clip, and he told me to send his clip to him, and then he did all of the background behind the scenes stuff, and then editing and everything, and then put it together, and then poof.
There you go. We are about to get out of here, man. I'm telling you, I definitely enjoy this opportunity that you've given me to talk to you, brother. And God is using you in a mighty way, man. It's not over. It's not over. You're at the beginning of this race. It's a marathon. This ain't no sprint. And you're at the beginning stages of it, man. So just keep letting him use you. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to go ahead and tell you this, man. If 10, 20, 30 years down the line, if God still allows me to be here, and I run across you, and I see that you done something that you ain't got no business doing, and you done stepped away, I might not be able to walk as fast as I can walk now. I might have to take my time to get to you. Might even have a cane or a walk or something, but God's still going to be blessed me to move around. And somebody gonna walk up behind you. I'm gonna plug. I'm gonna hit you right there. The knot right there. I'm gonna give me a stick. I'm gonna hit you right there. And when you wake back up, you might not even go out because I'm gonna be old. I might not have. But I gotta hit you in the back of the head because you need to get back on this course, brother. Because God got so much stuff, amazing stuff for you on this course right here, bro. So much amazing stuff. But we can't let you guys. You done said you could sing. I heard you say 3 or 4 times. Yeah, I could sing, and then I sing, and I rap, and I sing. So I'm gonna put camera 2 on you. And take a couple of minutes and say not even about a minute and give us something, man. Give us something. There go your camera right there. Camera 2. There you go. Oh, come on, man. You can't. Oh, man. Let me come back. How you ain't ready, man?
No, I can sing. Okay. I got it.
Here we go. There you go.
God wants a yes. Oh, yeah. Yes to his will. Yes to his way. When the cares of life weigh you down, just know that he's making you. He's more than you. Come what may, it's still yes, yes.
That's a perfect way to end right there, man. It's a perfect way to end right there. So listen, if anybody want to get in contact with you, brother, they want to get in contact, they want to book you or whatever, just friend you on Facebook. I know you like the Instagram thing, Instagram or whatever, man. How can a person get in contact with you?
Okay.
Be careful now. You get your number now. You might have all.
Nah, it's not that type of place. Okay. Okay. If anybody wants to get in contact with me, my quickest you can. My number 444-492-3260. That's my cell phone number. If anybody wants to get in contact with me, I say again 444-492-3260. If you have other means that you want to go about getting in contact with me, you can hit me on my Instagram page at Most High's Child. That's MOSTHIGHZ. Most Highs. Underscore. You got to hit it 2 times. Underscore child, and that's how you can reach me.
Good deal. Good deal.
Hit me in the DMs.
Yeah, exactly. There you go, man. Look here. I appreciate you, brother.
Oh, thank you so much, man.
Good deal. Thank you, man. Good deal. Great job. Great job. We're gonna get you back in here when you get some more music. Got something going on, man. As a matter of fact, we do a couple of events, man. So we might have to get you on one of the events to let you come out there and perform a little something for us.
Oh, that's so
perform and I want you to perform, but I also want you to minister to the people too. Yeah. I don't want you to just perform. I want you to minister.
I let God do that.
There you go. There you go. But we're about to get out of here for today. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. You've been listening to Lyrical RedZone, Lyrical RedZone right here on DK Media Group and Associates. We got a lot of this coming toward you. So if anybody out there want to be interviewed and sit in that seat right there, we ain't too hard on. We're not too hard on y'all. No, we try to do you right?
Yeah.
We do you right around here. Good deal.
Gave
him a bottle of water. Okay, that's not just any kind of water. That's not any kind of water. That's some good water. But listen, yeah, exactly. But listen, y'all give us a call, man. 678-381-1973. 678-381-1973. I'm gonna say it again just in case you missed it. 678-381-1973. Give us a call. We'd love to have you to sit in the seat, bring your music, your videos, whatever you got, and we'll put you out there on the Lyrical RedZone. We're about to get out of here. What time is it? I'm looking at the clock and it's 4:33. 4:33. You're about to exit the Lyrical RedZone. But before you go, I want you to do me 2 favors, if you will. 1, I want you to continue to pray for us because we're certainly praying for each and every one of you. Number 2, why this is real simple. I want you to go out there, find somebody and give them a hug because you never know. It could be the only hug that they get, or it could very well be their last. Love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. Now we shine some of this light on you from the Lyrical RedZone. Now take this light out there into this wicked and cruel world that we live in, and let your light so shine. Have a great day. Love you and love each other. Welcome to